going to take the plunge today. Going to perform a grip reduction on my Glock 19. I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to attempt to document this as I go along. And so here's a picture of my Glock prior to, so a before picture. You can see the palm swell. I'm going to attempt to get rid of that. Okay, before I start this grip reduction, I thought I'd show you what I have as far as materials goes. So to start, got a Glock 19C, 3rd gen. We're going to modify. Let me back up here and show you what I've accumulated. So I have a cordless drill, belt sander, assortment of drill bits, old toothbrush, some miscellaneous files. I got some flat files, small round files, triangulated files, kind of a rasp, small set of small screwdrivers, my X-Acto knife set, some marine epoxy, that's what I'm going to use, some Play-Doh, masking tape, Dremel tool, and some duplicoupler spray-on truck bed coating. So, as you can see, those are the materials that I'm going to need. So now with that stripped down, we want to roughen the inside of this void space we have there. You can see there's a slight hole in there that will plug with Play-Doh. So what we want to do is rough this surface in here so this epoxy sticks inside here. Got a couple different files. I'm going to work on this a little bit, roughen up the surface in here. Okay, so the next plan is to drill a hole. And the reason I'm drilling a hole is so we have a mechanical adhesion with the epoxy. So my plan is I'm going to drill through this back strap into the mag well, kind of at an angle. So when we pour the epoxy in, it has some adhesion other than just surface to surface, some type of mechanical adhesion. So the point of no return is now. Let's drill this in at an angle. See what happens here. We'll probably go in, sorry, I'm trying to roughly at an angle of somewhat like so. Let's see what happens here. There's that hole. Get that at a good angle here. So, you see that? Into the magazine well. Better look. Hand out of the way so you can see that. So, here we go. So now what we're going to do is clean this all up with some acetone, rubbing alcohol, and then we'll tape it up. So guys, one thing I didn't have on my materials list is, or the material shot, is some acetone and some Q-tips. So let's take some Q-tips, a bit of acetone, and let's clean out the inside here where we're going to put that epoxy. Okay, just a little update here. So what I did was, so right here is a quarter. I ran a piece of tape down the magazine well, to block that hole that I drilled through there. Used the Play-Doh in this end to keep any epoxy from going into the magazine well. Used a quarter as a backstop for that, so I have a nice clean edge there. So what I'm going to do now is, if you can see in the back there, there's a hole. There you can see it, which is that hole right there. I'm going to put Play-Doh in there to make sure no epoxy runs up into there, and I'll show you that as soon as I get that done. Get some Play-Doh here. I'm going to push that down in there and use my light. So if you can see down in there, it's coming out that there, so it's blocked. So the other deal is we'll put a little tape on there to keep the epoxy from running out these holes right here. So we got those two holes blocked, the hole into the magazine well blocked, the hole in the top of the deal blocked. I think what I'm going to do is set this up and get ready for epoxy. I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, here we go. Decided to put on some gloves, just in case. So we'll dump this in here, I think, and dump this whole thing in there. Okay, a little FYI, I found out that it's going to take 2 of these tubes. I mixed one up. Didn't think it was going to be enough, so I discarded it and had to go buy 2. I didn't want to end up being short. So 2 of those. Looks like it's going to do the job.